What's up, guys? This is Paul at 12voltview.com, and today we're doing another little tip for y'all. When you go to put a new radio in your car, there may be several things you may need to install the radio in the car. One of the things you'll need is probably an install kit, and you might need an antenna adapter. But some of the new cars nowadays might require a special harness or wired adapter. Now, I want to kind of show you the couple different harnesses. I only got two, but they're the basic styles. Some of the older styles, and probably Fords and Toyotas and something like that. Of course, this is for Ford. It's just a basic wiring harness. Got all your speaker wires and power wires, and everything your truck needs to wire your radio up, plug it in, and it starts playing. I'm gonna set this off to the side now. Some of the newer, these run about $10 to $15. Some of the newer cars from 2000 to now, and some of the newer trucks like Chevys and GMs, started 2003 till now, require a special data harness. GM, Chevy use a Class 2 and LAN bus data bus harnesses, or data bus system that runs between the brain of the vehicle to the radio. And there's also different bits, 9-bit, 11-bit, 22, 32-bit, different styles of information being transferred back and forth between the radio and the brain of the vehicle. Dodges have these starting off around 2006 or 7. It's kind of iffy. Not every vehicle needs them. And Ford really starts needing them up until just a couple years ago, like 2010 or so. But even then, it's still, you might or might not need it. Originally, in the old cars, when you get in the car, open the door, sit down, put your key in, turn it on, the key physically would supply 12 volts to your radio, and it would power up. Through just a basic harness, it would turn, apply power to the red wire, and your radio would power up. Nowadays, because everything is computerized, when you put your key in and turn it on, there's a voltage signal coming from the key that goes down to the BCM, or body control module, which wakes up the car, does different things, wakes up, the brain wakes up and all that, and then when all that happens, computer signals, I don't know if you ever, O's and ones, computer language, data goes from the brain of the vehicle to the radio, and then the radio takes that information, and it already has a constant power, in there, and takes that power and switches over to switch power, and actually turns itself on. And there's actually several features like your airbag light, door chimes, maybe a dome light or something like that. All that loops to your radio. And there's some other cars that have different features like oil information and different things that the radio can display for you. So in those cars, you have to have a special interface to put a new radio in. I'll open this package up and show you the rest of it. And of course in here, I guess it's kind of like a out-of-the-box review too, I guess. This harness right here is the C2R GM24 made by Pack Audio. It's for certain 2000 cars and 2003 up to 2007 GM Chevy trucks. That's what this will be for trucks who do not have Bose or All-Star. And anyway, this is the little box that takes the information, which is passed along this purple and white wire, which is your data wire. It takes signals from the brain of the car, goes in this box, and this box already has a ground and constant power feed in the box, and when this purple wire sends data in here and it wakes the box up, then it turns on the red wire, which goes out to your new radio that you're putting in, whether it be just a CD player, screen, whatever. And once you wire your new radio up to these, and actually these right here, these are your speaker wires. You can just cut these off right there where the plastic ends and the wires begin, and you can split them. Those become your speaker wires. Once you wire everything up on here on this end, and you plug it in, it'll retain your door chimes, it'll keep your airbag light from blinking, and all kinds of stuff. And of course, it comes with instructions how to do it and tells you what wires are which. But basically, all you have to do is just wire it up, plug it in, and you're good to go. And unfortunately, as I said before, these harnesses start off around $9 to $15 or so, depending on which harness it is. These, if you go with a better brand like Pack Audio, they're going to start off around $109.95 and go up to so far as $249. For those, but it just depends on which car you have, what year it is, what features the radio has, like OnStar, Microsoft Sync system, Bose, Infinity, Alpine systems, and stuff like that. All that has different harnesses. So it's not just this one harness doesn't do everything. It does just Chevy trucks and no Bose and OnStar. So if you try to bypass this little box saying I don't want to spend $110, I don't, $100 for a harness. If you try to bypass it, you may end up having errors along the way. You may have truck problems, car problems. You might start throwing errors on your instrument cluster. Even though I know these are expensive, it wouldn't hurt to use them anyway. Like I said, it keeps everything working, keeps your door chimes working. Some will say, well, I don't need door chimes. Well, if your key's ignition, you lock the doors to get out, well, then your keys are stuck inside. But anyway, these are the different harnesses. Like I said, there's a whole mess of harnesses. You can go online to bestkits.com, you go to pack-audio.com, you go to different companies that produce harnesses and look up your vehicle and see which one you need. And if you need to save a little money to get the right harness, then I would do that. Don't try to bypass it just to get something working, because so you will have problems later on. And also, before you get started, make sure you, on the factory harness, you don't cut that sucker off. Because if it's a data harness, you could burn the brain out, you could pop fuses, and so it's always best to use the right harness for the right vehicle. Anyway, this is Paul at TroVooView.com. I hope I gave you a little bit of helpful information. I mean, like I said, there's tons of other harnesses, and those are, of course, beyond the scope of this little small video. If you have any questions or comments, just write them below. I'll be glad to answer them the best I can. I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.